All right, our series continues today. The big market shift of 2022 has happened. So now that the dust is starting to settle, where do we stand? We talked yesterday about where we are right now. Now we're going to look forward. If you are a buyer or a seller, kind of what the market's going to do. Today we're talking about buyers, and we are echoing this to all of our buyers. Anybody who listen to us, and we're turning heads saying it, but with all the craziness going on, this is the best time that you've had to purchase a house since before the pandemic. Okay, this is Steve, Malone Realty Group, EXP. We're going to go over 4 reasons, okay? 4 reasons why this is the best time to buy a house since before the pandemic. This is what we're looking at going forward. Now we have this big shift because last week, again, we're recording this June 21st. Last week, when the rates hit 6, a lot of the buyers pulled away. A major shift in the market. We had listings the previous week that got a decent number of showings in the same neighborhoods. The next week, have completely the buyers just went away. It's completely crazy. We were expecting a shift at the end of July, happened about a month sooner. It was kicked off by the rates, and I'm not sure if we're going to get any kind of bump before the school season kicks back off. So for all intents and purposes, we're going to probably be pretty flat for a couple of months, probably until we get into September or October. So if you're buying, this is a great opportunity. Despite the fact that, yes, the rates are crazy, despite the fact that everything seems crazy, I'm going to give you 4 reasons why this is a great time to buy a house, okay? Number 1, there's less competition. It was just a couple months ago that there were like 100 offers on every home. There were homes going for like $100,000 over asking price. It was completely banana city, okay? Just a crazy market. It was like that last spring too. The COVID market, really got a raw homes off the market, and when the rates went way down, it got a lot of buyers into the market. So we had a whole bunch of buyers, and we had nothing to sell. So that just created just this Wild West kind of crazy show when it came to buying a house. A lot of buyers pulled out because they didn't want to deal with that. Guess what, folks? There's a lot less competition now. So instead of being, 100 offers on every house, you may only have a couple offers to contend with. You may be the only one putting in an offer on the house. So that being said, as we look forward, what does that mean for you? That means that, yes, even though the rates are way high, even though the prices keep going up, if you're looking at a house, instead of bidding $100,000 over the house, you may get it for asking price, maybe just slightly above the asking price. And again, you don't have to go, toe-to-toe with other people. You're going to get the opportunity to maybe get that house that you really like, a much better opportunity than you had just a couple months ago. That's number 1. Number 2 kind of goes hand in hand with that. There's going to be more houses on the market. All right, the houses have been trending upwards as far as the number of homes on the market. Still an extreme seller's market, but we're getting more homes on the market now. And I think with all these buyers pulling out, we're going to see even more homes stacking up. We're going to have more inventory stacking up. We're going to have a little bit more breathing room. So instead of running to that one house in town that looks great, that everybody's putting an offer in, there may be a couple houses in town that you may actually get a chance to look at this weekend, and a couple of them might be your cup of tea. So as homeowners put their houses on the market and they don't sell quite as fast, that's going to be the one thing. And number 2, a lot of homeowners feel more comfortable selling their home in this market because of, the COVID, not quite as, people aren't quite as worried about it as they were. So more people going on the market, things like that. For all those reasons, there's going to be more homes to choose from. So, a year ago, or maybe like just a couple months ago, there wasn't a whole lot. There's going to be a lot more. So there was less competition, or there is less competition now is number 1. Number 2, there could be more homes to choose from, okay? Number 3, seasonality is going to help you out. What do I mean by that? So seasonality, what I mean by that is, excuse me, we typically see a big peak in the summertime as school lets out, or school goes back, I should say. It kind of goes quiet because people are settled in school, all kinds of things are going on. But after Labor Day, we see things pick up again towards December. People want to be in place before January 1st. By the end of December, things start to go quiet again into January, and then things start to pick up as we get mid-February, late February. There are dips, okay? We're going into a dip. Seasonal dip happens every year except for super crazy COVID years. Super crazy COVID years are over. We're back into seasonality. What that means is we're going into a dip. Now, If somebody's selling their house at the beginning part of August, where it's like 100 degrees out and all the kids are back to school and you're running around doing all the back to school stuff and you've got last minute vacation plans and all that stuff, and somebody's actually selling their house, why are they selling their house? They're selling their house because they need to sell their house. Nobody looks at the beginning of August and says, this is a great time to sell my house. Let's go test the market. Typically, somebody who's selling their house, now that doesn't always hold, but typically somebody who's selling a house at that time needs to sell their house. If somebody needs to sell their house, there's a little motivation there. That's where you roll in there as a buyer. When you find somebody who's a little more motivated, maybe you get a slightly better deal on the house. Maybe if you put an offer in that's pretty nice and you do an inspection and there's issues, maybe they're more willing to help you fix some of those issues. Again, this is not like it was just 3 or 4 months ago. Buyers are back in the game. Buyers have things going on. Don't get it twisted, okay? It's still a seller's market, okay? It's a seller's market. But buyers have a little bit more play. Okay, you have a slightly better hand at the table than you had just a couple months ago. It's time to play that hand. And part of playing that hand is buying at the opportune time. So when there's less competition, which there is right now, when there's more homes on the market, which there's starting to be right now, and then you get that seasonality dip where really the sellers that are out there, they need to sell their home. This is your time to jump in there. We're telling all our buyers, if you're looking to grab a house, late July through August is going to be a really great time to go and snag a deal. Again, it's not a buyer's market, but snag a deal for this market. Okay, so that's number 3. Seasonality, take advantage of it, get a motivated seller, and get a good deal. Number 4, this is the one that some people kind of scratch their head about, but we're pushing back on it. Home prices are going up. Okay, yes, interest rates are way up. Yes, the world is crazy. Yes, inflation. Yes, gas prices. Yes, grocery prices. Yes, all of that. I say all that to say, when you look at the market on the whole, there aren't a lot of homes on the market. Excuse me, again. There aren't a lot of homes on the market. When there's not a lot of homes on the market, that supply and demand chain, or the supply and demand curve, if the supply is uber low, that is not going to pull the prices of homes down. Okay, even if the demand goes way down, which it may go down, over the next couple months with all the buyers pulling away, the supply is still low enough to where it's not going to flip it. To get to a point where home prices are going to go down, you need to get a huge surplus of supply, a huge downgrade in demand, and it's going to kind of have to sit and marinate for a little bit. You want to see anything like that? Excuse me, I'm going to edit all that out. Probably not, so you're going to have to deal with it. My apologies. So I say all that to say, if the supply is not going way up and the demand is not going way down, the prices aren't going to go down. Prices are only going to go up. If you look at the next 5 years, what is the cheapest between today and 5 years from now, that whole timeline, okay? What's the cheapest time to buy a house? It's today, no doubt. Home prices are going up. When you look at history, in the last, say, 80, 90 years, the only time where home prices went down, appreciably was the big letdown of 08, 09. And this is not a repeat of that. But over those 80, 90 years, home prices have steadily gone up. There have been a couple wiggles down or holding steady, but on the whole, prices have gone up on the order of 4% every year. And that's through a lot of garbage years. There have been plenty of recessions where the home prices went up. Home prices are going to go up. Okay, so the cheapest time to buy a house now in the next 5 years is today. Home prices are only going to go up from here. There are not enough homes on the market. So, yes, the interest rates are high. When they go down, you can refi. If they keep going up, you'll look smart because you bought today. If they stay the same, you at least bought a house when the prices were low. As they go up, and you still hold on to that same interest rate. So no matter what the interest rates do, if you can afford it, grab it now, okay? Because, like I said, you can either refi or look like you're smart if the rates keep going up. More than likely, the rates are going to hold where they are right now. We'll talk more about that on Thursday. Thursdays are predictions for what's going to happen going forward. Today, I wanted to specifically talk about if you're buying a house, what does that mean? And hopefully that helps you out. Those are your 4 reasons. So to recap, I got them on a list because I'm old and I can't remember. So number 1, again, less competition. Number 2, there's more homes on the market. Number 3, we got seasonality returning. There's a chance where you're going to find a motivated seller and get a deal. And number 4 is that the prices are going to just keep going up. So there you go. Hopefully that helps you out. Yes, a discernible shift in the market has happened, but we'll walk you through it, answer any questions you have about it, because if you're looking to buy, this is your time. Give me a call, 470-233-4409. This is Steve. Bye. Hey, thanks for watching the video today. If you want more information on what's going on in the real estate market, take a look at some of these videos over here that we've posted, keeping up with buying, selling, things that are going on in the North Georgia market. But if you want to keep up with everything that we post to our YouTube channel, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel down there, bottom right. That way you won't miss out on anything.